Some of you guys aren't really smart, to be quite frank, and I'll explain why. Hello, I'm Benji John Suit, author of 15 World War Stories and The Will Train's Branches. I'm not saying everyone's a dumbass, I'm just saying there are people who, let's just say when they were babies, their parents went, "Hoo-yah, hoo-yah," and just started bam around everywhere, man. To like really deformed children, they become really deformed and mentally incapable adults, you know. I just see people who are like seeing like these third world countries which clearly have a lot of corruption, you know, and they're like, wait, put on my glasses because all of these people have glasses. I can't put a septum piercing because I might devolve that. Now, even my dogs went cuckoo nana crazy on this, but like people are like,
oh wow! It's crazy how Elon Musk is worth $1 trillion and he cannot donate a few billion to give to the children in need.
like, first off, that's not how net worth works in the modern day and age. Two, that's not how the economy works. And three, there's many, and I mean many other factors, right, that is more important regarding to the well-being, the economic growth, and the stability of a nation than just tax rich, give to brokies. Because when you think about it, when you don't have a proper structure, right, you just end up the money just goes back to the rich people. Because guess what? The people who contribute and make something sell the products to people who need it. Wow! I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that, hard. Sorry, I didn't know that. But like, so, the majority of the hyper wealthy individuals are not wealthy because, oh, I have 1 trillion, 200 billion, $100 million in the bank that we aren't Scrooge McDuck. And thanks to all of the economies removing themselves from the gold standard, money reduces value quicker than me when I put concrete shoes on when I go to swim. Okay? The simple economics is this. You build something, it IPOs, there's a stock, people pull it up to the moon, and guess what, buddy? You become wealthy. And the thing is that there were more millionaires being made through Elon Musk becoming a billionaire and a trillionaire than the government could ever do. Why? Because they created a product, they found the value of that individual, they offered stock options and a pretty good salary, and the stocks went up in value. Does that mean that these individuals could sell all of the stocks and become cash millionaires? Not really. Why? Because it's really hard to do so, right? If they did, they'd crash their stock and crash the other companies that are tied to it, causing other people to lose their shirt, right? And the government would just be like, hey, what's up, shawty? Give me that tax money. Like, what the hell did you do, government? Right? All you do is take my money, give it to people who don't work, who don't do shit. And then you go, here you go, person who is clearly able-bodied, but doesn't want to work, have a lot of money. Yo, business owner who want to hire people. I'm gonna tax you so hard you're gonna go, I'm just gonna hire someone else, mate. And it's even worse in countries which are quote-unquote third world. Why? Because they're extremely corrupt. The systems they have are not computable to the actual economies around them, and culturally it doesn't make any sense. Am I saying some cultures are less than others? When it comes to economics, yeah. When tourists come around and the culture says you just have to throw shit on them, buddy, those tourists are never coming back. But if the culture is be kind, music, people going outside, that's nice. But I will also say this. When an economy, for example, I'll say my own country, Malta, right, starts to grow like crazy, and it's like, we're gonna be exactly like Germany and France and Monaco. There's one thing you didn't notice. We're a bit small. We can't be a full tax haven because the European Union, with von der Leyen, who hates people enjoying life as much as she hates people actually having freedom, goes, well, actually, we do not want people to have fun. You know, I totally made a deal with Pfizer for hundreds of millions with one tax, but I will not let you be a small country with limited resources to actually benefit from your tax haven thing. You know? As if Malta has thousands of tons of coal, steel, gold, silver, uranium. Nah, we ain't got nothing. What we got is stone, shitty tourism, and coke. The third one, in both senses of the word, you know, and fair people. You know what? You could sell the fat as deep frying. At this point, the Maltese will just say, brand new flavor. Oh man, sounds foreign. Just start eating that. But as well, like Turkey, when an economy grows in a way that isn't sustainable, in economies and industries that doesn't allow the entire country to gradually grow with it, like it happened with some African countries due to their bad legislation and corruption, with Malta due to them having strategies which do not mix well with the country, with the European Union damaging and ruining any chance for Europe to even compete with the rest of the world, with too much regulation, too much rules and guidelines and taxes and things like that. This is why Europe is the slowest growing economy in the entire world. There's a reason why most Europeans can't get a house. They can barely get a job because they always find people who are cheaper. And Africa, its economy is growing, but it's growing due to corruption. Because don't forget, in the GDP equation, it also counts government spending, right? So technically, hypothetically, right, if you have lots of people who start working, the economy grows. That's why Malta's, in my opinion, Malta's economy and GDP is overinflated, because you just shove a bunch of people who shouldn't really be here and grow the economy like crazy, right? But then, regards to increase in wages, proper cost of living, government spending goes up, government has more debt. We might have a next Greece where you don't have a pension, you got dick, you got nothing. You're more likely to get something back by jacking off into a paper bag and throwing it in the wind, because you'd be fucked, right? The only reason some high debt nations still run is because their economies are still good. We don't got that. African countries, they have lots of resources, and you're not gonna tell me, oh, it's because of the white man, it's because of this, it's because of that. Newsflash, dickhead, the richest people are natural born Africans, but also a lot of them are politicians, because corruption is rampant. Somehow, one skyscraper costs 400 million in a nation with really low cost of construction. Looks like something you can build for 50 million. And coincidentally, the vice president's construction company did it. Coincidentally, the vice president's homie's audit company did all the auditing. Coincidentally, the president's homie did the architecture. There's a reason why in Africa there's one of the highest gaps regarding the richest to the poorest. Is because corruption and really old-fashioned structures in government make no sense. Actually, let me try and find. There was this entrepreneur, if I can find her. She was from Senegal, and she basically said, to basically grow a business in Senegal, right? It's literally really backwards, right? Because she's like, to hire somebody, she has to go to the capital city, right? Wait in line, go to a guy who knows nothing about business, which I understand. Why should someone who doesn't understand business decide? And then they can decide if you can hire them or not. Fuck it! He's got no job! They're broke! They need a job. You come back. I don't think they deserve I do not think they deserve a job. Why? I don't think you deserve to hire them. Why? And then all these people, they look around on these videos and wonder, why do these people are so broke? Because they can't get hired because the government is corrupt, the economy is rigged, but because of the corruption, the actual structure of the government is absolutely horrible. Why do you think Zambia went from one of the richest countries in Africa to one of the poorest? Because when the English were there, they used European structures which back then weren't as heavily lauded as they are now. Now, they just went, fuck it, we're rolling, and just printed the thing to oblivion. And they went from the richest country per capita in Africa to the poorest. Because, oh, we're independent now, we can do what we're doing, let's just throw everything that they did before. No, if it works, keep it. Or they don't progress. They think just because it went when in 1970 is going to be the same in 2026. Buddy, no! That's how you get stuck. That's how Blockbuster not lost to Netflix. You gotta grow. You gotta adapt. European Union self-growing. We say, oh, a company's doing very well. Let's just break his fucking legs. Because we're retarded. It's an actual mental illness that in this day and age, unless you're in Asia or in some parts of the Middle East, you can't grow a company. The reason why Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, all these Middle Eastern countries can't grow is because they're corrupt as fuck. The reason why Iran, which was one of the richest countries in the 70s, is going to shit is because of the very strict theocracy. And you can't fucking tell me it's not because of that. And the water mafia. The entire economy's tax collection went to building dams they didn't fucking need. Now they don't have any water. Surprise, surprise. To the point that they use so many wells that Tehran, one of the biggest cities in the world of 90 million people, is collapsing in sinkholes because they don't know if there's no water to support the fucking thing. Because that's how water pockets work. When there's no water, the pockets, they collapse. And when you build giant fucking buildings of a city of 90 million people, you don't get fucking, you go down. You go down. This is why the world is evolving, right? And these third world countries stay third and they become even fourth world countries because they don't think. Because they're like, oh, I get free shit, so I'm happy. No, when someone has to give you free shit to vote for you, they're not a good fucking person, they're not a good fucking candidate. As soon as I see someone doing, oh, I'm going to give you this, this, and this, and they do nothing to my actual cost of living, the actual way I can buy a house, and actually solve problems that have to be solved, I don't even vote. I'd rather go to the voting booth, put my pants down, and wipe my ass with the voting ballot, and give it the shit smeared up to their face and stick it to the fucking wall. Because that, if I was them, because it's not worth it. What? I'm gonna take care of your electric bill. I'm going to take care of this. Okay, we're going to do with the massive amounts of crime. We're going to do with the massive unemployment. We're going to do about the staggering wages. We're going to do what the European Union wants to see and control every single thing. We're going to do about, in some nations, not being able to actually fund what they have to fund because the entire thing has gone to so much corruption that we have 1 billion water dams that somehow don't fucking work, right? And we have no water to drink, despite us being one of the richest countries 50 years ago because we can't fucking evolve and adapt because we you know? How can you be so resource rich and so mentally fucking retarded? It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, it's like winning the lottery and just gambling it back again. On which corpse is gonna win a stair race. It doesn't work like that. Buddy! What the fuck? And then you wonder, oh, we need more socialism. No, fuck socialism. Socialism, what got these fuckers broke in the first place? Every single country you see has been fucked in the ass over socialism. Like, socialism is good if you have fuck all. And even then, this is just a start. It's the first step to go to many other steps. Socialism for a few years. Listen, I'm going to tell you this. Economically, right? I believe in capitalism with social policy. If I'm paying tax, I want shit. I want some shit, okay? If I want tax, and I'm paying social security, I want a fucking pension. I want healthcare. I want education because I'm paying for it, okay? Nothing is free. Which one of you dumb fucks think that this shit's free? It's not free. It's being paid by the people who fucking work. It's the ones who do nothing, spread their fucking legs like an eagle, and just fucking pop out babies like it's a vending machine. But the ones who work can't have kids. And then we just have a horrible cycle of people going, ugh. And then we have more mental fuckwits. Well, oh, how dare you, Biash? How dare you remove my benefits? Because you don't need them. If you can walk, you can talk, you can move, you can breathe. If you're breathing, you can work. Get into the fucking mines. There's no mines. Gamble. Actually, no, don't gamble. We already have enough degenerates. Like, do something. Create a business. Do something. That's my rant for 16 minutes. I'm gonna go the fuck to sleep or do a book, and I'll see you later, guys. Bye.